Robbe chases after it. Robbe connects. It rolls in. Houston steals a goal before the break. And the debutante, Makenzy Robbe, puts the Nash ahead 1-0.
PC Nash head coach Fabrice Gautrat. Coach, we'll just start with opening remarks following this match here against San Diego.
Yeah, overall, I think a resilient win, coming out here, clean sheet against a very good team, very good roster, a team that likes to have the ball a lot. And I thought, given the circumstances, I thought we defended extremely well. And, come out here with 3 points.
Thank you for that. Dustin, go ahead.
Hey, Fabrice.
Hey, how are you?
4 rookies in the starting lineup tonight. Just how did you think they performed? I know Kate went out injured, if you have an update on that, but just how the rookies performed tonight in their first starts.
Yeah, we unfortunately don't have an update on Kate, so we're definitely wishing, positive news. So we'll hear hopefully soon. I think overall good performance. I'm sure there were jitters. If you actually look at one of our big chances before the goal was scored, all 4 rookies touched the ball, right, as we created those chances. So, really pleased. I think it's a huge cap for them, and now we can kind of continue hitting the ground running.
And you had all the rookies, but then the veterans, Matt gets the goal. Jane has some huge saves in that second half. I think she finished with 10 or so saves. Just what can you say about Jane? It's kind of like you've seen this and you see it again. Just what can you say about another performance like that from Jane?
Yeah, no, it's great. Like, I think last year there was a lot of kind of ups and downs, and I think for her to start this season the way she has, I think it's huge, and we need her, right? And so she was outstanding. And the thing for me that I'm most pleased with Jane is just how much she's also just grown and how she leads, not only by example, but she's really a bridge between staff and team. So, really proud of her, and her performance, I think, was outstanding.
And then on Makenzy's goal, you see a ball over the top from Maggie. That's something that you guys have been working on. I know with the speed that you guys have, those rookies, Makenzy, a lot of speed up front. That ball from Maggie, is that something that you guys have been working on?
Yeah, look, if you look at last year, I don't think we threatened the last line enough. And so, obviously, to score goals, you need to threaten the last line. And so, that was a great run. Weak side 9 making the run, for that ball in behind. So, really pleased from an execution standpoint, for sure. And for Mac to score in a home debut, she's been a real kind of glue type player. She has a lot of respect of the players in the locker room. She's come in such a short time, but has had a huge amount of influence. So I've been really pleased with. Obviously, she scores a goal back to her old club, but she's been really instrumental in preseason and what we're doing so far.
Last one for me. I know you've talked about making history. I believe it's the first opening road match win for the Dash in their history. What's the message to the team for you after this win, and how you guys now move forward to Boston?
Yeah, that was exactly it. We said, we've talked about making history, and we made history tonight, winning the season opener away. First time it's ever been done for our club. So, that's the motto that we keep having moving forward, for sure. And we're excited for Boston. Obviously, good team, had a decent performance against Gotham. So, as you can see, no easy games, in this league. So, we're excited. We're going to obviously enjoy tonight and then prep tomorrow morning for that.
Thanks, Fabrice.
Thank you.
Anything else for Fabrice here before we wrap up?
If I can just jump in, Fabrice, Jeff Kassouf from ESPN. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, just building off of what you just said, I'm curious the importance of getting off on the right foot to the season, of getting a result in this first game, which is as you mentioned, hasn't always historically been the case.
Yeah, no, I think it's huge. And I think if you look at last year, I thought we had a slow start to the season. We talk about definitely starting on the front foot and being a team of 2 halves, not just if you look at historically, even last year, like we were much better in the second half, both in the season but in games. So I think for us to start on the front foot, first game of the season away against the opponent that we played, I think speaks volumes. So huge team win all around.
And then just Yaz Ryan coming in the second half there. What went into that? What do you see kind of her role early season here?
Yeah, look, it's still preseason. We're looking, there's always conversations of rotations. There's also, as you know, ending the game. If you look at last year, 9 of our 27 goals were scored off substitute positions. So there's a game-changing aspect of it as well, but there's also competition in the group. And so, I think that's also, it's a testament to our roster as a whole. And, but I think overall she came in and had an impact and did really well for us.
All right, everyone, we're here joined by Houston Dash forward Makenzy Robbe. I'll go ahead and kick things off, and I'll turn it over to everybody here on Zoom. Makenzy, what do you take away from today's match here in San Diego?
Such a hard-fought win. Not the prettiest at times, but sometimes that's what these games are. And, I think this team showed a lot of grit in this first game, and we have a lot to build on. So, good first game, and, excited for the season.
Thank you for that. Dustin, go ahead.
Hey, Makenzy, congrats on the goal.
Thank you.
You get to start in your first game for Houston against your old team. What were the emotions just, before you even score, just coming into the game and getting the start?
Yeah, it was definitely a bit of an emotional game for me, coming back and playing here on a new team, new adventure for me. A lot of emotions, but I really tried to stay level-headed. That was a goal of mine coming into this game. Try to put my emotions away and just play soccer, and really enjoying this team. So, just focusing on that and trying to stay level-headed was definitely a goal of mine. So, but it was a fun game to play.
And on your goal, Maggie played that ball from your own half over the top. What did you see on that play that made your run, and just kind of walk us through that goal?
Yeah, I think as a forward, always being threatening, always being on that back line, ready to be the outlet for the team, and any chance can be a good chance if you make it. And so I think that was kind of in my head going into that. I don't know if that ball was necessarily for me, but this whole preseason we've really been working on capitalizing those runs in behind and those balls in behind. And so it was a great ball, and I'm just happy that I was able to be composed and finish it.
And as one of the veterans on the team, you had 4 rookies starting around you. Just what did you make of their performance, coming in first game NWSL on the road and the performance they put in?
Yeah, I knew going into it I was going to have to, be a leader, a presence out there for them. I think they did great. It's such a hard environment to come into and to start in an NWSL game, let alone the first of the season. And I thought they did really well and rose to the occasion. I think it just shows all their potential, and I'm excited to keep working with them moving forward.
And Jane, does what you guys have probably seen every day of training now. I know you're new here, but you've probably seen it in the league as well. Just what can you make of Jane's performance and the defense as a whole to get you guys that clean sheet?
Yeah, the defense as a whole did absolutely amazing. I think tonight we won both boxes, and sometimes that's what it takes to win a game, and I think our defense really made some great tackles. They were in great positions and really gritted out this win for us. And to have that clean sheet against a great side is awesome. And Jane really, I think, led that. And, it was a great game for them.
Last one for me. You guys get the first win of the season, first game of the season. What's the message from Fabrice and the coaching staff, and how do you guys now move this forward to next week with Boston at home?
Yeah, I think just sticking together, continuing what we're doing well and working on what we still need to work on. I think, we're still looking at our performance and how do we build off that. I think something we showed tonight, like I've said, was the grit. And so now we just need to really work on our execution and, keeping the ball a little bit more, possessing the ball a little bit more. And that's in our hands. So I think moving forward, we're excited to keep working and, a great game to build off of.
Wrap up here with Jane. I'll go ahead and kick things off, and then I'll throw it over to you guys on Zoom. Jane, we'll just start with opening remarks following today's match here against San Diego.
Great game. Definitely an interesting one. San Diego, I think, historically has been very, very good. So playing here has always been a challenge. And Snapdragon's beautiful. And I think we knew it was going to be a hard game coming in, a lot because of how good San Diego is, but also it's obviously first game of the season, and we're still piecing things together, and lots of room to grow for us. And we've made a lot of strides this preseason in the 6 weeks, but I thought it was a good, step in the right direction. One game down, plenty more to go, and really, really great to get 3 points on the road, and we're ready to get back home and play at Shell Energy.
Thank you for that. Dustin, go ahead.
Hey, Jane, congrats on the win. I know you get a lot of the plaudits for the clean sheets, and probably rightfully so. But can you just talk about the rest of the defense today and how they performed around you?
Yeah, I thought the team did amazing. Fabrice always said that the games are won in the boxes, and that goes offensively and defensively. And I thought everybody really, really dug it out. Again, wasn't the prettiest, but people sliding everywhere, putting their bodies on the line, blocking shots and crosses. That's what it's all about. Malia having my back a few times in the first half. So, yeah, I thought it was a huge performance defensively from everybody, even the subs coming on. I thought it was really, really great, and it's not just a me thing; it's all of us. So a great team shutout.
You guys get the first win on the road to open the season in Dash history. Fabrice, you guys have talked about making history. What does that mean for you guys? Not just this season and how you're going forward, but getting a win like that to kick off 2026.
I think it's really cool. I didn't know that stat, so it's always fun to learn a piece of history after the game. And I know we've had a few ties on home openers, season openers, but it's great to get a win. I think it just builds momentum for us. It's a long season, and we don't need to read too much into it, but again, Fabrice's big thing this year is for us to make history in little mini milestones, and this is one that we achieved tonight, which is awesome, and we can check it off our little goal chart and move on to the next to get ready for Boston. But again, big impact this year and a big game, tonight, and I think we'll keep working on the momentum. Again, we're definitely not anywhere where we want to be, and that's really exciting and lots of growth for the group.
A lot of youngsters. I know you guys started 4 rookies, a lot of young players. You, Makenzy, Danny, some of the veterans. What is it like, seeing those young players get out there and perform, and also you guys being able to kind of help them along?
I think it's great. They've performed really, really well this preseason. I think coming into preseason, we knew that they were going to have a chip on their shoulder, and they're going to have to make an impact very quickly. And I think they've stepped up to the plate with ease, and they're going to learn tons of lessons this season. And I'm sure if they reflect on their game, they could say it wasn't the prettiest either. But that's the whole journey of it and the fun of it. And I think they did really, really well for their first game. And it's up to us as veterans to help lead them and make it easy for them and less stressful. So I'm really, really proud of them. I think all of them have really, really high futures here, high hopes, and I'm excited to see what they do this season, and they're going to make big impacts for us wherever their role is, whether they're starting or not starting, whatever, and whatever the lineup Coach Fabrice puts out, we know our bench is so deep that we'll rely and trust on anyone.
And you talked about it a little bit, but big win for you guys. Now you look ahead to Boston. Home opener, Shell Energy Stadium. Just what's the mood like in the locker room for you guys as you now go forward to Boston?
I think it's great. Obviously we're celebrating the win, but we'll fly home tomorrow and regroup, have a day off, and then again, season's rolling now. So no more summer camp of preseason kind of thing, and we got to start studying them, tomorrow. So quick turnaround. Big win. We'll celebrate the win today, and be thankful for the 3 points. But on to the next one.
Thanks, Jane.
Jeff, anything on your end before we wrap up?
Jane, just wanted to expand quickly on obviously the saves that you made, the defensive performance that you mentioned at large. As that sort of pressure is ongoing and coming, and you're making some double saves even. What is sort of the mindset of sort of absorbing that and knowing it's there versus obviously not panicking. Like, what is that in the moment for you?
Yeah, I think, you can definitely tell when pressure builds in these types of games. I think San Diego, again, like hats off to them. They are a team that's very good and is a team that's very good at building pressure like that. And the deeper you get into your box, there's all 11 of us, within 20 yards of the goal. I think, we were definitely under some pressure, but I think in those moments, it's up to me to stay calm and kind of be this relaxing voice in the box so people can just focus on their task at hand. We don't need to do 20 jobs each person. Each person has one or two roles, and if we execute those, we know we're not in that bad of danger. And my job, again, is just to keep the ball at the back of the net. So however I have to do that. But I really trust my teammates. Again, like we had a great performance defending in the boxes, and as long as I can organize them and give them direction that they need, I think for me it's a sense of calm. Pressure's there, but it's all part of the job as a goalkeeper. We all feel it, and whether it's from minute 0 or minute 90. So, just making sure everybody's in the right position, trying to give them the best tools to succeed, and when they're in the best positions to succeed, usually I'm in a good position as well off their back. So,